Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. Today we will be doing a third model airport update video. But this time, it'll be in nighttime. Well, too bad. There are no flights at nighttime. This is the end of the video. Goodbye. Well, just kidding. Of course there's an update. This time is the time for this airport in this update will be. Hold on, let me pop my ears. Okay, so the time for this update is about 12 a.m. right now, and as you can see, there's not a lot of traffic, but there are some flights. So let's get into that. Starting off with the R gates, we have two aircraft in storage, one of which is the United Boeing 767-400. It is being stored overnight, and when it is morning, it will depart back to Frankfurt and then onwards to what again? New York Newark International Airport. And then the second and final aircraft in storage is this Garuda Indonesia Airbus A330-200. It is being stored overnight, and weirdly enough, at 3 a.m. it will fly back to Jakarta Soekarno-Hatta International Airport. Yeah, demand is quite a bit high to travel to this airport for Garuda Indonesia this week. Moving on to the A terminal, we have this Iberia Airbus A350-900 getting ready for pushback. Iberia has also had weirdly a huge demand to travel to this airport this week, and so Iberia had to organize two flights, one that arrives in the afternoon and then one that arrives at night in Spain. And yeah, the passengers, well, they're gonna be departing at night from here, and then they're gonna arrive at night in Madrid. Next up is the Singapore Airlines Boeing 787-10. It is currently having some cargo waiting to be loaded up. As you can see, this freight truck over here. It is pretty dark because it's supposed to be a night update. But yeah, it will have some cargo loaded in a moment, and then it will have its passengers board, and then, well, depart out to Singapore Changi International Airport. Next up is this Air Asia Airbus A321neo, which is currently having some baggage loaded up, and then the passengers will board the plane soon. It is going to depart out to Kuching International Airport in Sarawak, and yeah, it's gonna be a midnight flight. And finally, we have this Royal Brunei Airbus A340-200. Now, this is a government plane, but this was the only Royal Brunei plane that I could buy at the time when I started my collection. It is currently having some passengers board on, and it will depart out to Brunei International Airport. I really want to get an A320neo from Royal Brunei, or the one released by Gemini, or the 787-8 would do good as well, but I cannot find the 787-8, so as a result, I have to buy the A320neo all the way in the US, well, which I am in Southeast Asia, so yeah, and also the A320neo I find a bit pricey. NG models, please release Royal Brunei models. Like, I've been wanting this for quite a while, because NG models, right, they've practically released a lot of Southeast Asian models already, even from four airlines like Lion Air, Batik Air, and yeah, it's just weird that they haven't added Royal Brunei to that roster yet, so it is a bit odd, but yeah, this plane's gonna head out to Brunei International Airport. And that is it for today's airport update. Now, I might make a second airport actually, which will be based in Europe or North America, depending on what I feel I will like best. Cause this airport's nearly done, as you can see. This taxiway is colored. I just have to color these three. I mean, I have to still put markings, as you can see, like those markings. Let me focus. Okay, and then markings here, markings here. There's not even a taxiway line yet here. And then color all of this taxiway and all of this, and then yeah, I will be done with this airport, except for the terminal. Well, stopgap solution, am I right? So yeah, I might start work on a second airport after I'm done with this one. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Let me know if I should make it a North American or European airport, As if it was European, I would maybe put it in the UK or Germany, and if it was in North America, I'd put it in either New York or New York. Yeah, just New York. Anyways, see you guys. This video has been dragged out way too long now.